Welcome to the Mystical Truths Podcast. This is Rebecca, and I'm really glad you're here. Let's unlock your world. It really doesn't matter if your life is going along nice and smooth right now, or it seems like a complete disaster, or somewhere in between. It doesn't matter where you're at. There are always plenty of ways for improvement. There are always plenty of ways to at least feel a little bit better or get a little bit better results, and then better, and then better, and then better. There's so many ways that, I thought one day, okay, why don't we just whittle this down to something that we can remember every day, something easy that we can get to, just break it down into just three things that we can do every day or every other day that will make a big difference in how we feel, how our body is, what's coming to us in our life, how we deal with the things that we experience and go through that sometimes can seem to pile up. What are three things that we can do that will absolutely make a difference? And what came to me was move, meditate, marvel. If you can remember those three words, and I'll explain each of them, move, meditate, marvel every day, even just for a few minutes, you're going to see a difference if you're consistent with it, if you're just regular with it. If it didn't make it into a day, that's okay. Put it into the next day. But the more regular you can get with this, the more it's like when you're thirsty. You can not drink water, or you can drink it here or there, but if you replenish yourself pretty regularly with water, it really helps your body. So this is designed around the mind, body, soul, or mind, body, spirit terminology. I'm going to rearrange them a little bit to make it move, meditate, marvel. And if meditation or just meditate is not your thing, it's all right. There's a really good alternative that works really well too. And meditation is not that difficult anyway, but we'll talk about it. So don't let that word throw you off. So the first one is move. This is about your body, because your body is obviously a very important part of your life. You take it with you everywhere you go. But do you really pay attention to it? Do you move it in some way, however you can? Even if you have limited body ability, there must be some way that something about your body can move. And if it can't, then visualize it. So this means move your body in ways that are not part of your normal daily routine or your daily activities, maybe I should say. But while you do some version of moving, pay attention to your body. Focus on the body. Bring your awareness to where the body is. Love your body. Appreciate your body. Because the key is to be present while you move. Be aware of what your body's telling you. I know an amazing personal trainer extraordinaire. She's way more than that. Her name is Pam Christian. She lives in LA. You can find her by doing a search, obviously, or pamlivfit, pamlivfit on social media. She helps her clients understand things like, you're not in your body, get in your body. That's so smart, because what she means is really get your awareness, get your attention. In your body, what is your body doing? If you're standing and just bending your knees and back up again, bending your knees and back up again, where are your hips? Where are your legs? Is there alignment there? Is there anything that feels like it's not jiving there? Because if you're moving your body, you're walking, riding a bike, just bending your feet up and down, whatever it is you're doing. If you're watching TV or thinking about work or something, just focus somewhere else. You're not paying attention to what the body's telling you, but you're also not paying attention to how that's happening, how that's working out for you. As in, a swimmer doesn't just get in the water and just swim. A swimmer is paying attention to what his or her legs are doing, how the back is, how the arms are coming up over the head and back down again, where the head's at. So in that zone of I know what all of those parts are doing, as I'm swimming. I'm aware. So when we breathe, that's a movement. If you just want to breathe in nice and deep and breathe out, be aware of that air coming in and that air going out. Be aware of how your body feels, what your diaphragm's up to. If you're walking up and down stairs, how does your body feel while you're doing it? Are you leaning forward a little while you're walking up? What's your posture like? How are your feet hitting the step? Because when you pay attention, you may notice that when you walk, your heels are really smacking the ground every time you take a step forward. And you don't have to over-focus, so to speak. You don't have to overdo it. Just be aware. If you're just swaying back and forth, so you just stand up and you just sway, how does it feel? Recognize that you can love your body while you're doing this. You can just appreciate your body while you're doing this because you're present and you're aware, therefore you're connected with this beautiful, amazing machine that you're focused through for this physical experience. So like I said, whether it's if you're already involved in a sport or you work out or whatever, absolutely wonderful. Are you in your body while you're doing it? Or is your mind somewhere else? If you're not doing anything that physical, just pick some things, and it can be a different thing every day. Pick something that you can do. Walk up to a wall, put your hands on the wall, and just lean into it and back out again. But be with your body while you're doing it. So that's not too difficult. It doesn't have to be anything strenuous or nothing that you don't want to do, right? Just pick something that you like or different things that you like. The second one is meditate. This is the soul part of mind, body, spirit. Meditation is a pretty simple thing to do, but it can be challenging because oftentimes a person's brain is just so used to being focused externally out there in the world and in reality that to bring your awareness back to where you're at and keep it there for a little while might at first might seem like it's not an easy thing to do. So the idea is to just bring your awareness, your attention here where your body is, but not to your body like when you're moving in the last example. Bring it to where your body is, but then be aware of the space that you're in, the field around you, because we want to sort of go beyond that. Because the idea here is to stop the chatter and just let yourself connect. And you don't have, that's not a doing thing, it's just sort of an allowing thing. Allow yourself to just be with all of creation, source energy, whatever term you want to put on it, your higher self, you as a soul, in no space and no time. So you can put music on if that helps you to ride the waves of the music. Maybe that may help you go, because we want to kind of go to what people call no thought. But to me, it seems like it's more a place of ease or an awareness of ease. That's where you can connect with your inner being. That's where you can connect with source, all of life. But it doesn't even have to be all that deep. If you can just get some time out from this reality for 15 minutes, that's really, really good. And that's plenty, by the way. So you're going to bring your awareness to where you're at. Find a thought that you can ride, or a sound that you can listen to, or a feeling that you can just ride the wave of. Let everything else go and just be in that ease. If your mind goes on to something else, just quiet it down. Just bring it back to your awareness. You'll get better at it every time. And it helps the rest of your day. It helps the rest of your life. The more you do this, the more regularly you do it, the more you'll see. And it doesn't take a long time at all. At first, you won't even realize that you have improvement with any of these, most likely. But you'll start to catch on. Now, again, like I said, if you don't realize meditation, if that word takes you somewhere, then do this instead. Appreciate. Spend some time, and again, 15 minutes would be great, but even 5 is good. Spend some time appreciating, with feeling, anything or anyone that can take you there. Bask in love. Bask in exhilaration. Appreciate something about a person, something about an event, something about this planet. Appreciate yourself. The Abraham Hicks material back in May of 2000. Abraham said appreciation, and this, by the way, Abraham, this is coming straight from source. You can look it up, abraham-hicks.com. Appreciation and self-love are the most important tools that you could ever nurture. Appreciation of others and appreciation of yourself is the closest vibrational match to your source energy of anything that we've ever witnessed anywhere in the universe. So that's straight from source, pretty powerful and easy. So bring your attention to where you're at and just be in some kind of lovely space, or think thoughts of appreciation about anything that in this moment feels good to think about. And the third one is marvel. This is about what you're doing with your mind, what you're doing with your brain. The word marvel, according to Webster, means to be filled or become filled with surprise, wonder, or amazing curiosity, as in revel, which is intense pleasure. So this is similar to appreciation, but what we're doing here is you're using your mind to think thoughts on purpose, because you're doing it all day long anyway. You're thinking all day long anyway. But we're doing this on purpose, and we are feeling it in real time. So think about, especially if it's something that you would like to bring into your world, something you want to create, something you'd like to experience. Think about it and marvel at the reality of it as if it's here right now. And if you're really stuck in reality and your brain says, yeah, well, it's not here right now, do the best you can to just be playful about it. What if this were this way and this was happening like this? An example might be where maybe there's a really nice motorcycle that you would love to have. And I'm using that example because there's been a motorcycle circling around outside here the whole time I've been recording, and I keep stopping when it gets the loudest. So if you're hearing in the background, it's giving us an example. So let's say that there's this really amazing motorcycle that you just would love to have and drive around my neighborhood while I'm doing a podcast and the windows are open because it's warm out today. You can have it, but you don't have it yet. So spend some time. Again, 15 minutes would be great. You have a lot of time in a day. You can shave out 15 minutes here or there for each of these. And write about it, daydream about it, visualize it, watch videos online about it, and just marvel in the creation of like, who made that beautiful machine? And I can just feel myself holding those handlebars. I can see myself putting gas in that tank. I can feel the wind. I can feel the wind rushing across me as I drive this beautiful machine that's mine, that I love. So anything like that. And again, change it up here and there. You can go online and watch videos of all kinds of amazing things now. Graphics, art, nature, animals, people. There's this young man, his name is Vik White, V-I-K White, W-H-I-T-E. His handle, whatever they call it today, is itsslavik. He's in America. He's, I think, in LA, but he's from the Ukraine originally. I-T-S-S-L-A-V-I-K, itsslavik. He's a dancer, an artist, but he is really, really amazing. So there, maybe go watch him. Because as long as you're enjoying it and you're reveling in it, because I watch him and I'll think, look at how that body, like, look what he does with his body. And I've seen many other people like that too. It's just fun to watch because even though my life isn't about that, I just love that somebody's is and that they're doing that. And it's so fun to watch. It's so invigorating to watch. So marvel in the thoughts that you love to think about. Because when you move, meditate, and marvel every day, you create more and more of the life that you really want. And this isn't too good to be true. I know these all are pretty easy. They're pretty darn easy to do. And if you want to test it, do it for a while and then stop and notice the difference. And while you're doing it, just be alert, be aware of anything that you'll feel better first off. But then things in your life will start to be better, produce better results, get easier. The struggles that you thought you had to face and make your way through will be the things that are just part of life, and you're making your way through them. Because all three of these are ways for us to let go, allow in the guidance and the assistance and the ease that's available to all of us. But it only works if you do it. And I would recommend doing it with someone else or doing it as a group. And this all sounds fun and good if your life is pretty smooth and you just want to make it a little more smooth or amp it up some. But if life seems to be beating you up and you want that to be better, I promise you that it can be. But it's up to you. Even just doing one of these things in the beginning will help, will make a difference. Because the things that pile up on you in life don't need to. You have resources that you probably are not aware of, or seeing, or feeling, or knowing lately, that are right there for you. And you can say you believe that. But if you're struggling through life, you don't really believe it. Or you're not giving it enough airtime to really make that difference in your life. And I know many different people right now that have their plates pretty full and have had some really big changes in their lives that they are not happy about and are trying to keep their head above water through. This is for you. It's just 5, 10, or 15 minutes of any one of these or all three of these throughout your day that can and will, if you do them, make your world better, make your life better. And I know by experience, you can get through a day and have done none of these because you just didn't have the time. There just wasn't room for it. But you kind of have to get to the place where you're going to make some room for it, not because you have to, but because you really want to. You want your life to be better, and this is the way. You can try to make your life better. You can try to figure out how to make your life better. That's not going to get you there. This will. Ease will get you there. You know, if you sleep for 8 hours, that means you're awake for 16 hours. That's 960 minutes that you're awake. That gives you 64 15-minute segments in your waking time to do these three things. So in 960 minutes, you just got to be able to find a way that you can take 5 of them and do one of these. Take 10 of them maybe and do another one. Take 15 and do the last one. Not because you're doing it for anybody or anything else, but because you're doing it for you, which then will ripple out and benefit other people. But it's got to be for you because you want some kind of an improvement, maybe a lot of improvement. Maybe you really want to change some things up in your life and you could use some inspiration and some direction, some guidance. It'll come as you do these. Not only will the ease come, but the ideas will come and life will be better. So to recap, move the body every day in a non-daily routine kind of a way while you're in your body, present with your body. Meditate or appreciate. I recommend 15 minutes. So to source and marvel. Think on purpose about anything that you can really revel in, anything that you can marvel in real time. So 3 simple things that if you make a priority in your day, you'll see the magic happen. So I wish you all the best with that, because all the best is in there. I hope you've enjoyed this. The next episode is going to be about past lives according to children. when children recall past lives. I think it's a really cool topic. So we'll talk about that soon. Until next time, you can reach me at mysticaltruths.com.